particular quality among other sheikhs.
Sultan al-Awliya left a huge footprint on this earth, left a huge mark upon this earth.
I am a weak servant, but I have been ordered to call people to their Lord's worshipping.
Mawlana Shaykh always makes it very easy so that the mind can understand, the heart can understand.
When I am walking, hundreds of people coming to Islam, because I am using what Prophet saying, Yassiru, make it easy. Make the entrance of paradise too wide.
Many holy hadiths describe the reality of Sultan al-Awliya, and one for us to remember is that Prophet talked to the holy companions and said in the last days Allah would lift knowledge from dunya. And the Sahabi were astonished that how Allah is going to lift knowledge from this dunya. Is He going to take away Qur'an? He said, no, but He's going to take away the real alams. Not alam that are everywhere, but these alam who are awliya Allah, who are so sincere and their hearts are open, and Allah's Divinely Presence teaches them directly. Allah will take them and send no replacement in its stead, and the earth will be void. Divinely knowledge is a rahmah on earth, is a mercy upon earth. Means that Allah will be lifting rahmah from the earth. And we see that now, we see that time now. That rahmah and the secret of that rahmah was a tremendous reality of Sultan al-Awliya, Mawlana Shaykh Muhammad Nazim, that Allah took from us that rahmah, took from this earth that rahmah, took from mankind that rahmah, and now we have to live with the consequences of what is going to befall the earth. So many times the teaching of pious people, instead of being practiced, is argued by people. They spend more time arguing different concepts versus individually practicing the teaching. The argument is always a distraction from shaitan. That instead of going into the subject, learning what Mawlana Shaykh wanted us to learn, absorbing what Mawlana Shaykh wanted us to absorb, and taking the inheritance of such a holy father. At the level of the soul, they're not worried about physicality and say you're physically related, you're not related, you're a man, you're a woman. No, this is the level of the soul that pious souls have surrendered themselves to the Divine. As such they feel a responsibility to watch over all other souls. They are what we describe khuluqul mashhoon. They are the loaded ships that we put your generations upon that ship and they traverse and orbit. Means these are loaded souls in which Allah has blessed the soul with so much light, so much reality, and their mission is to merely open that reality on earth and they begin to move upon the earth. When we think from the world of light, when our light comes into a room, it doesn't stay with us. Our light is emitting everywhere. when it comes into the presence of these holy souls, our light immediately clings to them. And when these two lights begin to come together, they graft, because Mawlana Shaykh's light is loaded. That Allah described the soul of Prophet, I would not have sent Sayyidina Muhammad to that filthy earth except that he is a mercy upon creation. Means that they inherit from that reality that they're not here for the earthly pleasure, but they're here as a mercy. Once they've lowered their earthly desires and everybody all their life is in a battle to lower that desire, they are a mercy for creation. When your soul comes into their vicinity, it immediately looks at the level of souls. There's a bonding, and the soul begins to dress the soul, fill that soul with light, fill that soul with knowledges. Shun, Allah said they're loaded. When Allah describes the soul is loaded, it's not loaded from earthly, it's infinite, eternal realities that has no beginning and no end. What that soul was loaded with of Divinely lights, of prophetic realities, and traversed the earth, and every soul that came into his vicinity immediately clinged onto that light. So powerful his ship of safety is that they merely met with Mawlana Shaykh one time, they go back to their country and they have centers of 50, 60 people all over the earth. And there's a center on every city on this earth, and many of them met one time or met one of Mawlana Shaykh's students that are reflecting those lights.
Have you started planning for the cost of post-secondary education? We will help you open a plan and access thousands of dollars in government grants. Give your child a head start with a CET plan. Did you know that it may be possible to start an RESP and not contribute any of your own money? Call today and receive 25 air miles reward miles when you book a consultation.
Many people come and see me saying how difficult it is to get into the market and buy your first home today. At Shah of Kukutlam, we have a range of solutions that helps you find the perfect home that fits your needs. For over a decade, we have helped hundreds of clients, from first-time buyers to seasoned investors, achieve their goals. We also provide free seminars and workshops, so when the time comes, you can make an educated decision to set you and your family up for life. Whatever your needs are, whatever your goals are, come and see me. My name is Shah, and I can help you find the perfect home.
Eastern cultures use teas and herbs as an elixir of health and wellness. Rumi Rose Teas revives this ancient tradition with a collection of over 40 delicious hand-blended teas. Enjoy God-given health and wellness within every cup of Rumi Rose tea. Order online now.
These are a mercy from the Divinely Presence. The real Imam, what we call common and perfected Imam, that you look at his character, best of character, no cheating, no stealing, no bad character, always honest, pure, kind, loving, always loving. always respectful. All of that character was his example. His knowledges and teachings from the highest of realities, the most divinely of divine fruits that can't be compared or tasted by anything. That once you eat and drink from Mawlana Shaykh's physical and spiritual table, you can't be satisfied anywhere else. That what Mawlana Shaykh is able to feed, what Mawlana Shaykh is able to send of these lights of Allah and Sayyidina Muhammad, all of it within Atiullah, Ati-Rasul, wa ulul amri minkum, all of it within the reality of Holy Qur'an. What Mawlana Shaykh was able to send of these realities and of these lights, not comparable. Means that unbelievable amount of blessings and light was an example at every aspect of our lives. We wanted to learn, we listened to the realities and say, these are the realities to go after. Not the zahiri, how many times to make wudu, okay 2 times you watch how to make wudu, you should have it. But he would teach the reality of why the wudu, the reality of the salah, the reality of Iman, the reality of Sayyidina Muhammad. Means at every level, like a father, you look at what's this inheritance that his soul is giving to us of Divinely knowledges, of Divinely character, surrounded by the craziest of people. Craziest. And this was a sign, an isharat of his sainthood and the greatness of his sainthood, that he accepted everyone and he was loving to everyone and everyone was surrounded by him. It wasn't all just people all dressed in white hats and sitting perfectly like the craziest bunch of pirates you could imagine.
Every man worth his salt.
And you went and you were like astonished that I don't understand how this can be holy. And later the shaykhs would explain, it's exactly that craziness that makes it super holy. Because he's the only one who could tolerate it. Anybody else would have got the person, slapped them and throw them out. Mawlana Shaykh never said anything, never complained. Cheating, stealing, every imaginable thing they would do in his priory, in his zawiyah, in his house, and nothing. Patience. Means that every aspect of our life he gave us and he is still giving. Because don't think he's gone anywhere, he's merely parked the physical body. But his soul and his life is da'im, is eternal. It's Hayyu al-Qayyum, the soul that never extinguishes, the energy that never goes. And when we see the amount of reality that He's given to us, and He says it's one thing when you put yourself through difficulty, to control yourself and feel good that you are doing something for Allah. But it's a whole different game when Allah puts you into the ocean of Divinely difficulty, Divinely testing. And He begins to teach that you came with your will and you did things for me and for Divinely presence, and Allah accepted it. When Allah accepts it and puts you into the ocean of servanthood, is then He begins to dip you into the oceans that He wants. And He's the example, the perfected example of how such a huge and pious saint allowed so much difficulty upon himself, and yet smiling and meeting people and talking to people, even insisting on trying to stand for them, to give them respect. They're always happy with his Lord, even through his oceans of difficulty, through oceans of suffering and torment, and it's so unimaginably difficult. One thing to put yourself through difficulty, next to be thrown into the ocean of difficulty where you find no way out, you find no sense of relief. And that's Mawlana Shaykh's inheritance. At every aspect he left us an inheritance.
Hi, did you know that your child may be eligible to receive up to $10,000 in government grants to pay for his or her post-secondary education? My name is Sikandar Hayat. I am here to help you. Call today for a free consultation.
Knowledge, quality, integrity. STAR cares about your best interests and have a wealth of experience to match. We've been in the business 30 years and are here to lead you every step of the way. Whether it's building the custom home of your dreams, doing gorgeous home renovations, building a laneway home, or revamping your commercial space. The STAR process works. Just ask our hundreds of satisfied customers.
We have several properties, and the best thing about Star for Life Services is that the work is done in a very timely manner, and we're always very pleased with the result.
STAR, let's make your dreams happen. Call us now to book your free consultation.
Almost 150,000 Canadians a year will use a homeless shelter. These people need food, clothing, and access to basic hygiene. Fatima Zahra Helping Hand is a non-profit organization with the goal of helping the underprivileged in Canada. Along with our active support for recent immigrants and refugees, one of our ongoing initiatives is to feed and clothe the homeless. For more than a decade, we have provided hundreds of thousands of hot meals to some of the most vulnerable and needy. We continue these efforts with several monthly initiatives. For more information or to donate, please visit our website, noormuhammad.com.
You want knowledges? Here are knowledges. You want the exemplified character? Follow the character. And most important for us, alhamdulillah, that we ask and we always teach through the meditation. Means they taught us early in our life and in our spiritual path that don't be involved in the physical. Leave the physicality, because that which is perishing. Verily when the truth comes, the haqq comes, falsehood perishes. The truth is the soul. The falsehood is everything material around us. If all that you knew of the shaykh or any pious person or anyone that you love is their physicality, every physicality is perishing. Everything of the material world has gone and nothing has remained. But when we train ourselves that you use the physicality as a means in which to connect with the spirituality, connecting with his soul is is the ship that comes out to greet us. It is a mercy on creation that when you connect at the level of the soul and annihilate yourself and obliterate ourselves, I am nothing, I am nothing, I am nothing, constantly training ourselves to be nothing. Ya Rabbi, let my soul to be out, let my soul to connect and begin to connect with their light, be dressed by their light. The lights begin to merge and cling. His light will grab the soul and bring it into His Divinely lights. They're like a telescope or like a rope coming from His Divinely presence. When Allah says in Qur'an, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Atiullah, means it's an order from Allah that take the hand of Allah, take the way of Allah. Wa Ati-Rasul. Now Allah extending that light, knowing that we can't obey the Divinely presence. We can't even obey the prophetic reality, then begins to bring it as a mercy to human and mankind. Wa ulul amri minkum. By finding these ulul amr, they are a rope from Divinely presence. And Allah says, hold tight to the rope, don't separate. Because in your arguing of what is the rope and who is the rope and what is the rope, you will have separated from the ship and now exposed yourself to the storm. Is they teach for us that connect to that which is eternal, connect to my soul, connect your heart with the soul. That soul will grab, that soul will dress, that soul will bless, and you won't feel that he's gone. And so much more powerful that the physicality has left. Means he's free from his physicality and his soul is immensely charged, and our responsibility to connect with his soul, to be dressed from the soul. And those that know Mawlana Shaykh and love Mawlana Shaykh, now what you're going to do with the inheritance. Anybody who truly loves him, connect with his heart, he has not gone anywhere. Anybody who truly loves him, spread his teachings. Because Allah's watching, Prophet watching, say, oh, is this your student? That is spreading your teaching, spreading your articles, spreading your knowledges, spreading your holy face, and spreading your example of good character, of love and patience and tolerance. Alhamdulillah, Allah inspire us to do more, Prophet inspire us to do more. Let Mawlana Shaykh's rida and satisfaction dress us, that his holy gaze always be upon us, and to bless us with Divinely infinite reality. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifoon wa salaamun al mursaleen walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen.
You came to me in that hour of need, when I was so lost, so lonely. You came to me, took my breath away, showed me the right way, the way to lead. You filled my heart with love, showed me the light above. Now all I want is to be with you. You are my one true love, taught me to never judge. Now all I want is to be with you. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Mustafa ala Habibika Nabika Mustafa. Showed me right from wrong, taught me to be strong. Need you more than ever, Ya Rasul Allah. You came to me you more than ever, Ya Rasulallah. You filled my heart with love, showed me the light above. Now all I want is to be with you. You are my one true love, taught me to never judge. Now all I want is to be with you. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Mustafa ala Habibika Nabika Mustafa. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Mustafa ala Habibika Nabika Mustafa.
Have you started planning for the cost of post-secondary education? We will help you open a plan and access thousands of dollars in government grants. Give your child a head start with a CET plan. Did you know that it may be possible to start an RESP and not contribute any of your own money? Call today and receive 25 air miles reward miles when you book a consultation.